Gabe and Mike
God.
Alderman.
Gabriel Tiberias with Artistic Floors, who is now Legacy Concrete, my AKA duck partner.
Yep.
He and I are fixing to leave next week and be gone for 60 days. So, but yeah, man, same thing. Great people. We were in a season of we knew the process. We knew how to build. But we were subs of subs, and we really didn't know the process. I had fooled the crap out of you, or I thought I had, and yeah, they stopped and was called the BS the same way.
First of all, you met Gabe at a QT.
I did
gas station because you were like, "Oh, it says concrete. I need to talk to this guy."
He had a window sticker on the back, and he hopped out, and I was like, "Oh man, that's the dude." And so I actually called Mario, and I was like, "You know this guy?" And he was like, "I can." And so, that's my right hand man. As important as Haley is to TJ is as important as Mario is to me. He has been instrumental in building things with me for years. I mean, the boy's basically my son. But anyways, that whole situation with Gabe is that he showed up one day on a brand new build, and I told him what I needed, told him what we were doing, and I put it on, and he finally was like, "Okay, are we done playing bullshit?" I was like, "Absolutely. Help." He was like, "I got you, bro. We will build this company." And it was kind of a great situation because if you go back to that time, he was young. He's 10 years younger than us till this day. And he would be that anyway. But my point is back then he was 10 years younger, and I always felt, you feel a little bit of superior in age. But he was wise beyond his years because he had been doing it for so long. And so, people like that where they stop and they help and they grow a company because they care. And he didn't have to care.
Yep.
And that was extreme. Same thing with Mike Alderman.
Yep.
Mike Alderman stepped in and said, "Hey, I love you to death. We will build this dream with you." And they did.
Yeah.
And we needed those people in the beginning because we didn't know what we didn't know. But we were very good. Well, TJ was very good at selling them, and I was very good at finding people. And, man, it's crazy the mistakes that we've dodged just from good people.
Yep.
Very good people that cared about us.
I would say this about those two guys is they never took advantage of us.
Yeah.
And, it was beneficial because, we were fair. We were paying fair pricing.
Mm-hmm.
We knew we were trying to grow it. They could see it.
Mm-hmm.
And once they got around it, they were like, they both of them have been like, this is different. Like, this isn't just going out here and building the same old track home, volume deals. These dudes are different. They knew we cared. And I think it was refreshing to them, and they cared. I mean, I can remember you and Gabe have become like best friends, right? Like, y'all go all over the world. Dude, I love Gabe to death. I don't see him that often because he's either working or hunting with you. And but he was out at the farm a month or two ago helping me with something, and we were just talking, and I was like, bro, you were so instrumental in the beginning. But Mike Alderman also, because Mike Alderman did several 10 p.m. therapy calls with the two of us in the beginning.
He would come in the middle of the night. There was a time, like going back to the Nate situation, there was a time where I handled the finance part. So I would be up there till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning at the office, and no one knew it. TJ and I both are not like, I spent all this time, see me.
Yeah.
It was a situation where our livelihoods depended on it.
Mm-hmm.
And there were times where I would rain man that sucker all night long, trying to figure out where money was, how we retrieve it, because it's just not something we had built out. It's not something we had dealt with. And Mike would come up there in the middle of the night from 11 o'clock till 2 o'clock in the morning and try to help me navigate those things. He would look at our plans and go, great theory, great process, terrible execution. And he would redline our plans. And that's how we basically got to the point where the guy we were using, we trained him.
Yes.
We trained him on how to draw. Even though he knew how to draw, we trained him on what we wanted to receive. And a lot of that came from Mike.
Yep.
Because he was looking at plans going, this is terrible. Like, you got to call the guy. Yep.
And Mike's a plumber. He's done an episode with us before.
Yeah. Big Mike.
He hit me up the other day. It was like, it's about time to do another one. And but Mike, phenomenal human being. You know, he's been instrumental in the business. He's been instrumental in being a great subcontracting partner, but he's also been instrumental in like, you know, water heaters out at my house. He's out there at
friendship,
10
therapy,
o'clock
all
at
of
night, you know, replacing it. And, you know, like he's just that guy. Like he's the dude that you can call for anything and you never feel like you're a burden. And he really did take two young dudes because he's senior to us, and he really did invest in us in the beginning to help us get where we're going. And I think that was it was powerful. And I would say this: if you're building something and you can lean in and build something big where people see the value and they can feel the authenticity of what you're saying, they want to be a part of it. And I think a lot of our subcontractors, because we could go on all day long about people in the beginning that helped us from a subcontractor level, those two just stick out.
The importance, let me give you this way, the importance of having two stable, large contractors seeing value in two boys that are trying to build something gave confidence to the other subcontractors that were like, these two guys don't know what they're doing. We're not going to work for them.
Yeah.
It helped us achieve other legitimate subs. Because I had a bunch of people that I would call, and then Mike would call them and say, hey, they're for real. Go help them. And it just worked out great for us.
Yeah.
Gabe was the same way.
Yeah.
We needed framing crews, and people would not, you know, we were small when we didn't have big track home builder framers, and we had, you know, small framers.
Yeah. And we were growing. And that was the
need was great.
Yeah. Well, that was the stress of we're trying to build a system because we thought in the beginning, me and Ross ate breakfast at A&P over there. And we were like, imagine if we built 10 a year, bro. and I remember Ross looking at me saying, like, let's don't get ahead of ourselves. We need to focus, try to do 2 or 3. We do 2 or 3, life is good. If we did 10, that's unimaginable. And a year later, we had 113 people under contract to build.
Yeah.
And so we were simultaneously solving, we're a startup company. We're also massive. And to be that on Build on Your Lot, brand new, we had no debt.
It's trial by fire.
No backing, no financial backing. We're cash funding this thing. We're literally betting our entire family's livelihoods every single day to advance this thing forward. And great partners like that made it possible.